Gyananandjanaaya Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Om Sri Sadguruve Namaha. In our previous session, we have discussed study of mind, different aspects of mind, and how do these four aspects of mind are closely related. They are complementary and supplementary with each other, and how these impressions are formed on the basis of thought waves. So again, we will discuss a little bit to illumine the nature of mind. So mind is a fourfold aspect, these, according to their different functions. Manas, Buddhi, Chitta and Ahankar. Manas is your conscious mind which gathers the thought waves collected by different senses, and these information are placed in front of intellect for further reaction. With the help of intellect, it evaluates the situation, rejects assortment. This is the function of your intellect, and ego's function is asserting this is I and this is me, this is mine, this is you and this is yours, this is my family, and many kinds of affirmations. Fourth one is highly important in yoga philosophy, because this is the main portion, storehouse of all impressions from many past lives. All experiences in the form of impressions are stored in unconscious mind, and they are regularly influencing the daily life of a person. If one is a robber, so it means the impressions are responsible for disposition. If one is an aspirant or a yogi, so that is also due to the impressions present in one's unconscious mind. So unconscious mind is a storage house, Bhandar it is called. And from these impressions, from this deep unconscious, this unconscious is like a iceberg that is under the sea level. And from this unconscious, a group of sanskaras regularly mature, and they come at the level of subconscious mind. There they are called desires, sabal desires, and they are represented in the form of sprouting. Just like seeds are buried in deep down in the earth, and now they are sprouting, they have come at the level of subconscious mind. From subconscious mind, these sabal desires rise at the level of your conscious mind. Here these are called thought waves, man ki vrittiyan. These are like the tree, grown up trees, and they are ready to bear fruits and flowers. And these thought waves blend with imagination, past memory, egoistic desire. They are converted into your conscious desire. These conscious desire can be divided, either they are positive as well as negative, based on impressions in one's unconscious mind. And due to these conscious desires, a person is involved in different activities of one's life. You are going to office, you are talking to someone, you are practicing meditation, you are repeating God's name, arthat naam jap, and you are doing service of humanity. So these all activities are based on your sabal desires. And again, on the basis of these experiences, whatever work one is performing, so one will gain experiences on the basis of these sabal, of these conscious desires. So these experiences are again in the form of sanskaras or sabal impressions, are again deposited in one's unconscious mind That is so. Therefore, it is called your storage house. And these impressions are formed on the basis of five afflictions. These afflictions may be painful as well as non-painful. Painful afflictions will be are painful afflictions are ignorance, avidya, egoism, attachment, hatred, and fear of death. Egoism means soul has forgotten its innate essential reality. Just like a wave from a ocean rise, and due to some illusion or ignorance, this wave has created an illusion that I'm totally separated from the ocean and I am a single entity, and my total and I am totally dependent upon these different kinds of waves. So this is called your ignorance. On the basis of ignorance, egoism is created. Egoism is individuality, and this individuality again finds happiness, pleasure in this world. So it gathers the impressions of attachment or raga klesh. And once someone comes in between, obstruct its happiness or its pleasure, so it creates dvesh klesh, hatred klesh. These all are deposited in one's unconscious. And lastly, that is called your fear of death, abhinivesh klesh. Abhinivesh klesh, whether one is a poor person or a highly educated person, whether one is a king or a small person, so all are afraid of losing their physical body as well as their prosperity, their physical property, one's relations. One is always afraid of. So, on the basis of these, again, fear of affliction, sanskaras or impressions are gathered on the basis of your fear of death or abhinivesh klesh. And these impressions are now categorized into five types. One is your dormant. These are dormant in a child. When child grows, so these kleshas, these impressions again rise at the level of their subconscious mind in the form of subtle desire, and thus again the child is involved into many activities of the world in the form of your hate and greed, etc. Second one called your vichchinna avastha or distracted state. In distracted state, if one's egoistic desires are being fulfilled and one finds that my happiness is on these objects, on these persons, so one becomes very pleasant. That is called your attachment. Supposing there is obstruction, so again this attachment is converted into hatred. And this process is alternative in most people. Third one is called your udar, means expanded form. Here these kleshas are based on Rajasi mode of Prakriti and Tamasi mode of Prakriti, and on the basis of this one is unable to control one's traits, habit. One cannot control easily one's anger, cannot control easily one's delusion, and many other things. And fourth one is called your attenuated state, means on the basis of, by following the spiritual path, one has attained a much purity in his heart and now easily cannot be disturbed by different conditions of this physical world, whether they are based on adversity or they are based on prosperity. Means one is not easily dependent on one's outer surroundings. And fifth one is called your Dagdha state, means burnt up state. When a yogi, by following the path of integral yoga, so by the fire of wisdom or by the power of devotion, all sanskaras Impressions are burnt up easily. Seeds of sanskaras are burnt up. Just like a small ray of light can remove all darkness in a cave where this darkness was present from many past lives, from many thousands years. So even a single ray of light can destroy that darkness. In the same way, all the seeds of or all the seeds of impressions are burnt up, and that is the ideal state of spirituality. So aim of each individual is to burn up all these sanskaras. So now it seems very impossible for so many people, and they move away from spiritual path. They think that it is very difficult task. However, moving in this physical world is difficult task. Indulging in these all painful afflictions is very difficult task. But moving towards this direction, spiritual path is an easy method. So if you are interested to attain the highest, means if you want to remove all your negative traits from your unconscious mind without depending negativity or prosperity, positivity of this world. So you will have to follow this spiritual path or yoga philosophy. To live a peaceful and happy life without depending on external circumstances, you have to target your unconscious mind. But this unconscious mind cannot be easily targeted directly. You cannot remove this sanskara easily from your unconscious mind. But this great job is done at the level of your thought waves. So, entertain the positive thought waves based on your divine qualities: peace, non-violence, cheerfulness, and so forth at your conscious level, and allow them to grow into a tree, and don't allow to grow negative thought waves, because thought waves means at your thought wave level these negative thought waves are like a spark of a fire. At the thought wave level you can easily rub between your two fingers and it will not grow into a big tree. If you leave it there, so this spark will engulf of your whole building. So you have to do at your thought wave level. Therefore, refrain from bad association, kusang that is called. That kusang or bad association is external as well as internal. And human personality is a blend of four aspects: reason, emotion, will and action. Use your intellect or reason by inquiry into the nature of the self. Who am I? Again and again, reflect upon this. Assert within that, I am not this physical body, I am not this subtle body, I am not this causal body, I am not this Annamaya Kosh or food seed, I am not this vital seed, Pranamaya Kosh, I am not this mental seed, Manomaya Kosh, I am not this intellect seed, Vijnanamaya Kosh, I am not this bliss seed, Anandamaya Kosh, but I am Sat Chit Anand, absolute existence, absolute reality and absolute bliss. During the process of these four aspects of mind, manas, intellect, ego and chitta, now reflect all these four aspects of chitta. These are your internal instruments, and your external instruments are this your physical body, this your sense of organs. You will notice that all the work done by your senses, manas, conscious mind, intellect, and ego plus unconscious mind. These all are working, but the witness is totally separated from the earth. That is called, now, this modern language is called quarantine. That self is illumining them, allowing them to do different functions, but that is totally detached from them. Again and again reflect on this process. At emotion level or at heart level, follow devout meditation. Devout meditation means prayer. Do some prayer, some jap, repetition of God's name. And at will aspect, this is related to your mind. Do not let your mental energy to be scattered into into demoniac and demoniac qualities. Do not let it run after greed, hate, depression, sorrow. Rather, focus it on any positive thought waves, positive thoughts, positive desire. And side by side, do some asanas so that your body will be free of many toxins. Do some pranayams so that flow of bliss will be easily in your this physical body, and this will remove many of your diseases. Next point is wait and watch. Even this will pass away, whether this is a positive situation or negative situation. This is the biggest mantra of spirituality. Thus, in your unconscious, negative impressions will lose their hold and positive will replace them easily, and thus your life will become very peaceful. Soon you will notice that now you are not a previous personality of so many negative traits. Your patience increases, your happiness increases without depending upon external situations. In the beginning, give at least half an hour for your spiritual practice. Do some physical exercises, some pranayams, some jap with the help of a rosary, inquiry into the nature of who am I, a little prayer, little study of scriptures. You must know that you have not to go in a cave of Himalayas, or no need to remove your worldly duties. If you are removing them, it means you are moving away from spiritual path. Your duties are given to you on the basis of divine plan. You may control your mind in multifarious activities of this world. So, do these practices in the beginning. Consider that this body is, our bodies are the biggest temple in this world. Deho Devalayo Prokto Jiv Deho Sadashivaho. This physical body is the greatest and living temple of this world. And the soul who indwells in this body, that is the self. Tejet Agyan Nirmali, and you have to remove this ignorance. Ignorance, when you start removing ignorance, so naturally your egoism will be egoism, hatred, greed, attachment and hatred and fear of death. These all kleshas will remove automatically. So this body is the biggest temple in the world, and working field is the Vrindavan or Ayodhya or your temple. Eating, speaking, moving and all other activities, all actions are worship of the God that is your indwelling reality. Work is worship. Remove the notion that I am the doer. In this way, you will remove much of your tension from your mind. All parts of your body are His instruments. His means God's instruments. Children, wife, husband, relatives, near and dear ones, all are God's image in the form of Sagun Sakar. As well as this whole world is manifestation of God's Sagun Sakar, formed with attributes. And actions of this world do not create bondage, but make you free